Hey guys, Carlo here. Today we're going to talk about the persuasion principle number 5, and it's called liking. For 1 second, think about all the people that you do like. What do they share in common? Are they because of the way they dress, or they live in the same place as you live? They share your same goals, the same sports, the same things. Do they like the same things that you like? Today we're going to see how liking works, how can you use it, and how to avoid it getting out from you. Because a lot of salespeople, a lot of person know this persuasion principle and they could be taking advantage of you. So let's go. Okay, basically, when you like someone, you are more prone to saying yes. That's a cold fact. When your friend tells you, man, can you do this for me? There's a high chance for you to say yes than a really random people. Why? Because something that it's called familiarity. Like you feel this familiarity with this person and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this because I trust this person. We're gonna talk about also something that is called the halo effect. This effect makes you think that because people are really good in one thing, in one aspect, they are good in the rest of them. What do I mean about this? It's if you see someone that is physically really attractive, you think that their whole character is good. When you see someone that is famous, you think that their whole character is good. Like you see something famous in a movie, you will assume that they're a good person, that they have really good values, that they're really good with their family, with their friends. The halo effect is basically when you assume that because of one good thing about the person, you assume that they are really good about the other things, right? So how does liking work and how do you use it? Basically, there's 4 things about liking someone. One is similarity. Do they appear similar to me in any way? Do they have the same hair color, the same shirt as I am? Are they similar to me in any way? That's, guys, because we use this niche thing, this avatar thing. That's why we research our niches, our products, because we need to know what do they like in order to use it in our copy, in our marketing techniques, right? So we search for the things that they like. We use the words that they like, so it causes some similarity. Because when you see something that's similar, you feel more safe. If you're in a sea of random people, of random stuff, you're gonna go for that thing that you already know because you feel safe. The second thing, guys, is compliments. When someone gives you compliments, even though you feel that they are fake, it does help you out when you're taking a decision. Let's say that you're with a person that you know he's just gonna try to sell you something, but he gave you a compliment about maybe your shirt, about your decision, your values, the place that you live. Let's say that he's selling you a car, right? And you introduce yourself and he's like, yeah, I come from that same town, I do this same sports and all this stuff. Similarity. And then he tells you like, hey, I really like your shirt, I really like the way you choose this and this and this thing. He gave you some compliment. Even though you feel like it's maybe fake, you still are gonna go towards it if you need to make like a decision. So compliments. The third one, it's common goals. Let's say that we are all studying the same career, we want to be engineers, and you find someone that it's an engineer, and you find like, hey, we got like the same common goal, so you're gonna be prone to like it more than any other person. And the fourth one, the most obvious one, is the physical aspect. Like it or not, there's like a lot of scientific proof that when people are more physically attractive, they got a lot of ways in which people treat them better. They got like lower sentences if they go to prison. They got like higher rates of being more persuasive or being more likable just by the fact they are attractive. What a bummer, right? So the other really important thing about liking, it's the principle of association. Somehow we associate good things with the people that do them. What do I refer by this? Let's say that you are a fan of certain football team, right? So when they win, people associated that with you're like a successful person. So when your team wins, you have your shirt, you have the shirt of your team, you go there and people like, yeah, he's, happy, he's safe in this way, so you are associating that person with that thing. Have you ever heard people saying like, yeah, tell me which are your friends and I tell you who are you? So people tend to associate you with certain things, even with careers, with things that you do in your life. So it can be like a positive association or a negative association. They actually made a study of people talking about some sports matches. So they were like, yeah, when people tell that when your team wins, they say, we won the match. But when the team loses, they're like, yeah, they lost. Even though it's the same team, but you have this thing that you want to be associated with the positive thing, not the negative, so you avoid that. Also, a really good example that I read was that people took this weather person, like, you know, the persons in the news challenge that they just tell the weather. They were more likable when they have like good news for good weather, even though it's something that they can't control. A lot of people just hated them, just tell them like, hey man, this storm came for your fault and all this snow is for your fault, and they got like a lot of hate just from telling the weather, because people associated the bad weather, the rain, all the bad stuff with the weather guy. It's like, don't kill the messenger, right? They're just telling the message, but somehow psychologically we work in that way. We associate things. We think that because someone is telling you like a really good news, they are a good person, and they're telling you like bad news, they're a bad person. Another thing is that, let's say like a lot of phones companies, they tell you like, hey, I got this new plan, no sé qué, and your friend, and they tell you the name of your friend, is gonna get a discount if you hire us and you do this thing with us. So just by the fact that they give you the name of your friend, there's like a really high chance that you're gonna say yes. So, how to avoid it? Basically, there's not much to do, because liking comes from so many factors, and a lot of people are not doing this on purpose. Probably they are a likable person for you. You do like them because of certain things, and that's not bad. The thing you gotta think is, let's say that you're buying a car, and you think like, okay, I'm about to buy this car, but did somehow I liked this person really fast? Is there somehow like, do we share so much in common out of nowhere? Is it true? Does it feel true? And you need to detach the thing that you're buying from the person. So let's say that you're buying a car, and you can say like, am I buying this car because I liked the person that sold it to me, or do I really need the car? Or you can think like, maybe you said like, yeah, I love the color green in this car, and he was like, yeah, green is the best color ever, blah blah blah. And you're like, kind of weird, right? Like, it was like an awful color. So maybe you can trick it with this and realize like, am I being involved in this liking game, in this persuasion game? So use it in your favor. Have all these things so people can like you and then they can buy you. And use it for the good, guys. Remember, we're not on the spammy, scammy side. We are on the good side. So use these principles, enjoy them. If you have any questions, please share it down below, and I'll see you back tomorrow.